Hello YouTube family, welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time here, my name is Sharida. Welcome. And in today's video we are going to get into beautiful, classy, feminine fragrances. I have about 6 fragrances today that I feel like if you are looking for something that really does help you to feel very put together, elevated, classy, sophisticated, then these fragrances are going to be ones you definitely want to check out. There is just something about the purple florals, the white florals, fragrances that have these components really do speak to femininity. And so these fragrances are just absolutely stunning, and I really do think that you will enjoy them if this is something that you're in the market for. So without further ado, let's jump right in. All right, so first up on this list is going to be the newest release from the house of Sillage, and this is going to be Disney 100 Minnie Mouse. This is in celebration of Disney's 100th anniversary, and this bottle is so stunning, you guys. All of these beautiful, lilac and purple colors, just beautiful packaging that we know and love, from the house of Sillage. I mean, they spare no expense on these details, it seems like, and it is just such a beautiful part of my collection. When I look over there and I see all of my house of Sillage bottles, it's just like, you know what, you need your own shelf because the packaging is just always so stunning and very high quality. Now the juice. So when this one was released, I really did not know what to expect, but I knew, in true house of Sillage fashion, they deliver on the femininity. That is one thing that you can say about this house through and through. Every last one of my house of Sillage fragrances I absolutely love, and you put them on and you just feel like a woman, okay? You feel feminine, you feel girly, and this one is spot on, with that direction. So you have something very white and purple floral, and I can totally see why, we're giving this purple look here, because you really do pick up on a gorgeous violet note in this fragrance. So for me, this is very fruity. It's very uplifting. It is fun, but it doesn't go juvenile. That's the thing. So I am getting a really, really beautifully done green apple in here, but it doesn't come off as overly tart or sharp because it is balanced with this powderiness from a lily of the valley. You have the violet. You do have the orange blossom, but I don't feel like the orange blossom really takes over this, and you're thinking, okay, I have on a very prominent, orange blossom on a rolly. It doesn't. It's very, very well blended. You have orange and lemon also at the top accompanying that green apple, but for me, I get more green apple than anything as far as the fruity note. And then in the base, you actually have strawberry, sandalwood, and musk. I know that house of Sillage typically will round out their fragrances with a beautiful musk, and this one is no exception. It is beautifully done. The strawberry really does start to come alive as it dries down on the skin, and this is very signature scent worthy. It's very classy, very easy to wear, and I feel like this is one that you could wear every day, all year. The notes are lighter, so it's not going to be a huge projector. I would say about moderate performance out of this one as far as projection and longevity. But again, with the notes that are given, I wouldn't expect for this one to project across the room or, last 12 hours on the skin. It is beautiful. Congratulations to House of Sillage on this release. Another beautiful feminine fragrance that I have in my collection. Next up is going to be J'adore L'Or, and I wanted to get this one because MFK, was the nose behind it, and I feel like this is like his real, first true release, not a remake or a reformulation for the House of Dior, but his own creation, and boy, did he do a very, very good job with this fragrance. So when I smell this, I am not getting this very typical run-of-the-mill designer white floral. I am getting something so classy, refined. The white florals are so beautifully balanced to where you would think this is a niche fragrance, just the way that he has carried it out. And it's not overly complex at all. I'm not saying that, but just the little nuances about the way these white florals come off, because it's got a lot of white florals to the point where you're scared. It's like, okay, is this gonna give me a headache? Is this going to kill the person in the cubicle next to me? No, very refined and very well executed. So this one again is featuring some violet, some orange blossoms, some lily of the valley. Though they smell nothing alike, this one you do get more of that white floral because it doesn't have the fruits to offset it like the Minnie Mouse, but it's also accompanied with the rose, which helps to kind of break up, you know, the starkness that only white floral fragrances can have. And I think it was needed. I think it makes it so easy to wear. Now this thing right here, it performs, okay? I really don't have performance issues when it comes to designer fragrances. One thing I can say is I don't know what is the difference of ingredients, but all of my designers, they perform very well. And this one is no exception, though it is extremely soft, feminine, you know, in the feel. It projects. This one projects, and my coworkers asked me one day, you don't smell my cologne, honey? Oh, I can't smell nothing but the J'adore L'Or that I have on today, because it was not letting up. I mean, I will say a good 8 hours, it was still really prominently on my skin. You could smell it easily on my clothes. It just bang up job. Now, and it better be for this price, because this one was such a pretty penny. I mean, these prices are really getting up there. But do I think this is worth the price point? I absolutely do. I think this is a job well done in a very, very gorgeous white floral fragrance. It does feature some jasmine in there with the other florals that I mentioned, just to really bring it together and give it, you know, that ultra chicness. Nothing like a jasmine, you know, to do that. And I feel like it's quite prominent in here. So if you love jasmine, if you're a white florals girl and you want something that is signature scent worthy, very easy to just wear for any occasion, because you can dress this up and you can dress this down, then do check this one out, because I think this is a gorgeous release from the house of Dior and a bang up job, which we would expect from Francis Kurkdjian. Okay, so next up is going to be a oud scent. Very, very, very beloved oud scent in my collection. Very unique and very, very dangerous blind buy. So do not blind buy this fragrance. Please try to get yourself a sample decant. They have them, I know, at Anthropologie. I will try to, of course, find a link to link it below, but Scherzo by Miller Harris is such a gorgeous rose oud scent. There is no other rose oud that smells like this on the market. So if you have in your head what you think this would smell like, just go ahead, take that thought and get it out, because this is unlike anything on the market. It is a very beautifully composed, sweet notes. It's very, very sweet. You have the oud, you've got rose, but you also have this indiscriminate, you know, sweet notes and Divana together. And you also have narcissus. So I think that this really unique hodgepodge of notes come together to create something really magical. Now, Divana is definitely a make or break note for many people. So is oud. All the more reason to try this one out before you buy it. But this is definitely like a for life fragrance for me. It's in my top 5, top 10, you know, fragrances in my second bottle. And I am just absolutely still in love with this one. I don't wear it as much just because my collection is probably like 3 times the size it was when I got this. But trust and believe, when I'm in a very special mood and I want to smell unique, gorgeous, turn heads, because it performs. Okay, that rose oud is rose and ouding. Very, very beautiful composition. And this one again is Scherzo by Miller Harris. Femininity oud, just perfection in my eyes. This is true perfection. Okay, another fragrance that I want to get into that I have just really been enjoying so much of is from the house of Mind Games, and this is Leonora. So this fragrance, you guys, I had a little sample gifted to me with another Saks purchase. This one really wasn't even on my radar, because I had tried a couple from the Soulmate collection, but I had never got my nose on this one. And automatically when it hit my skin, I needed a full bottle. I think I purchased it maybe that next day, but so beautiful. You do have to like white florals to enjoy this one, I think. So the beauty of this sillage is going to be from osmanthus. Okay, yes, you do have, you know, these white florals You got this gorgeous passion fruit, but there is just something about the way the osmanthus just soaks this fragrance up. And this is femininity personified. So this opens with passion fruit and tonka bean, and you have some ginger Madagascar. And in the mid, you start to get the apricot skin, osmanthus, and freesia. So very freesia forward, very, very apricot osmanthus forward. That is really what you're getting. The passion fruit is there, but it's not going to be anything that takes over the scent to where you're feeling like, oh, I'm wearing a passion fruit scent like your Tiziana Terenzis. It's more so a second player to all of the apricot osmanthus, you know, vibe that you have going on throughout the life of this scent. It is rounded off by more tonka, the sandalwood, and musk. And so the tonka bean, you know, on multiple levels, the apricot on multiple levels, you're getting something fruity, very floral, classy, and there is a warmth and beautiful sensuality to it. So I feel like for me, the freesia, the white floralness of it all, it doesn't get too up there and too hard to wear for someone that typically may find white florals challenging. Now, that's just my take. You may smell this and think this is just way too much freesia for me, but I actually enjoy your freesia notes. So, you know, give me all the freesia. But I feel like the way these fruits come together with the tonka bean and just this gorgeous feminine allure, you know, with these fruits soaked up in it, it's just magical. Magical scent, one I feel like is fully worth the price point because I paid for this out of pocket. The whole, like all three of my mind games, just worth the price point. The packaging is stunning, stellar packaging. The juices are very unique to my nose. And the performance is beautiful. They perform, none of them are weak, though they're not all like beast mode. They're going to give you some great longevity. I get at least, you know, 8 hours out of all of mine. So if you are in the market for something feminine and fruity, one you can wear all year, one that is uber elegant, then Leonora is one you should absolutely check out. Next up is going to be Dolce Melodia. Okay, Dolce Melodia was also a sample, and I was scared to pull the trigger on a full bottle of this because I was given like a free sample, very small one of this one, and I was like, this smells so good, but I swear if this tiny sample is steering me wrong like it normally does, I'm gonna be really upset because Sospiro prices are not cheap. Okay, purchase Dolce Melodia, and it has been a love affair. It's very hard to pinpoint what is making this beautiful fragrance special because the notes, nothing about it is like, you know, unique but I'm guessing it is the way these florals and fruits are paired with that saffron. So this fragrance opens up with this bright, beautiful burst of orange citruses at the top. You've got the saffron that I mentioned. And you get to the heart notes of gardenia. You've got black currant, you've got rose, pear, jasmine. And the fruitiness is just so delicious in this scent. Black currant is everywhere now. Black currants and white florals. We've seen it 600,000 times, but it really does come across very special in this scent. The pear is just juicy and just right. And it's rounded off with a gorgeous base of sandalwood, musk, and vanilla. And I think that the way this musk is done is truly beautiful. It definitely adds a unique and addictive component to it. And I don't think it's gonna be as hard of a musk to tolerate as like your Upper Puras. I know people really you know, pause when it comes to certain fragrances from the, you know, the J'adore and the Sospiros. How's the musk done? Because it is really a make or break note when it comes to this house. But I feel like this is beautifully executed. If you love white florals, if you love fruity florals, I think that you will absolutely enjoy this one because this one is 100% a love. And this one again is Dolce Melodia by Sospiro. Next up is going to be a designer fragrance that is not your typical designer. And I never, ever, ever thought I'd see the day where I own a La Vie, a Belle, anything. I do not like anything that I have smelled from the range. This one is absolutely gorgeous, but this one features oud, and you can really pick up on the oud. I saw so many reviews before I decided to buy this. Oh, the oud isn't really there. I don't really pick up on. This thing is ouding, but it is a very feminine take on the oud. I mean, you know, which I would expect for a La Vie Belle fragrance. but you definitely get the ouds. Now, is it barnyardy? Is it overpowering? Is it, I feel like so many ouds that people are used to coming in contact with are done in a very masculine way. You know, it's not often that we see these super feminine ouds, and it really does come across different when it's done in a feminine way. So this is unique because it is got this fresh spiciness to it, in these, you know, this cocooning purple floral. It's very powdery purple floral. It's fresh spicy from this gorgeous frankincense, and it's oud. You do get the rose, but I feel like the purple florals are what the star, you know, of the show is as far as the floral component. Oud, purple floral, fresh spicy, very unique composition. And I definitely don't see a lot of people that are just used to your typical designer fragrances gravitating towards this, but I can definitely see the niche girlies gravitating towards it. Beautiful scent. I think if you have fragrances in your collection, like your oud bouquets or your Passion de l'Amours, you may be ready for something like this. Absolutely. Not as sweet as I was expecting, because La Vie est Belle, the originals, you know, they're very, very, very sweet. I think this one is very, very classy. And for some reason, this is giving me special occasion. This isn't wear to work. I mean, most ouds I really don't think are, but this one is special occasion, perfect for winter type of scent. That is what I will put this into the category of, and I'm really happy to have this one in my collection. And I think that they did a beautiful job with this release. Again, this one is La Vie est Belle by Lancôme, and this is the extrait. Last but not least, you guys, is one that I just love. This is not gonna be for everyone, but if you enjoy those fragrances that are aldehydic in feel and texture, if you love purple florals, if you love sweetness, then Argos Pour Femme is so, I'm telling you, you probably will enjoy it. If what I just described to you is your vibe, you will probably enjoy this scent. I can also see a lot of people not jiving with this scent, but like I said, if you like what I just described to you, you need to get your nose on this fragrance. This one I was expecting to be such a snooze fest, just looking at Perfume, okay, the notes. I'm just like, I don't know, but their fragrances usually have a very complex note structure, and you really don't know what you're gonna get with Argos until you get this nozzle to the nose or you spray it on your skin. Pleasantly surprised, actually blown away by how immediately enamored I was with this scent. If you are a feminine fragrance girly, you have got to get a sample of this fragrance. So this is a very powdery vanilla fragrance, and it is accented with so many other components that truly make it complex. It has a very bright citrusy feel at the top because you have, I think you have a bergamot and you have lemon. It has orange blossom and ginger at the top as well, and you have violet leaf. In the mid, you have iris, you have lily of the valley, you have some pink pepper giving it a slightly spicy quality. You've got jasmine rose, and then you are rounding it out with a very warm base, okay? So you've got ylang ylang, just giving it that creaminess to break up, you know, these florals that are in the heart and the top. You have some sandalwood, you've got, I think, amber, vanilla, tonka bean musk. I mean, the base just makes it so sweet and irresistible. If you're an iris lover, you know, if you love lily of the valley, if you love sweet fragrances, but that are very chic and classy, like this woman, she has got it all together. This one, I feel like, will really defy age. I feel like someone 80 could put this on easily, and I feel like someone 30 years old could also wear this, you know, boardroom ready. She's ready for anything. And signature scent, again, very, very signature scent worthy. I wore this last night when I got home, and I just smelled absolutely divine. My best, my most feminine self. So these fragrances, you guys, you know, they're definitely giving you light feminine energy. So if that is your vibe, if you're trying to add more fragrances like that into your collection, then these are ones you need to definitely check out, all right? Be sure that you are subscribed to the channel, you guys. Make sure notification bell is turned on and set to all. Last but not least, give the video a big thumbs up as it helps the channel to grow. And it has been real. I will catch you guys on the next one. I love you all, YouTube.